we understand people more than AI because people change.
Yeah.
People are unpredictable. People are people.
The fact that you wake up and you understand that you are giving, right? You're being generous by being you yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're being generous is enough reason to gather a lot of momentum for the day and know that, okay, there's so many people that are going to be blessed by the actions that you take for that day.
It's so easy to bring people together. I mean, how do you not keep them together? How do you make sure they are there for a very long time?
It's easy to find excuses.
It is.
Like very, very easy. And the world will not pause for your excuse.
When I'm about to post something on behalf of, let's say, the company I work with, I get anxiety. So it's a bit scary because you want to make sure your audience are receiving what you are putting out there correctly. I am a community manager stroke strategist. So basically, I bring people together towards an idea or a goal.
She's a creative, and I got to know her when she was pregnant, or some months when she took in. And while she was pregnant, you know, she was still doing stuff, right? Contributing to the company when we're still working together. And one of the things I can say about our guest today, Mariya Bilal, right? Mariya Bilal.
Right.
One thing I can say about her is her commitment to productivity, her commitment to growth, right? We worked for a while, and I can say that period was exciting, bumpy, interesting. I learned a lot from her, and it's really great to have Mariya Bilal in this podcast. You know.
Hi. It's great to be here.
Yeah. Okay, I did my introduction, so can you just introduce yourself?
Mine is actually very short,
Sure.
unlike Michael. Like you said, my name is Mariya Bilal. I am a community manager stroke strategist. So basically, I bring people together towards an idea or a goal. If you don't understand that, please hit me up later. I'll explain it further.
You're still going to explain it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. I worked with Michael with Grey Hub. And it's been, like you said, it was a lot bumpy in the beginning. Let me not lie. But look at us here. We've grown.
Yeah.
Like, I think, Michael and I, we used to have a lot of back and forth. Serious one. But thank God for growth. We are here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's me for you guys.
I think we'll explore that. As we proceed with this conversation. But yeah, what was it like being a community manager, right? I know there are several people that might think they understand what it means to be a community manager. Maybe just hold conversations in a group chat, or maybe just gather people in one group. What does it really mean to be a community manager?
What it means to be a community manager. It's all about strategy.
Okay.
It's all about how do I bring people together? How do I make people excited about this thing? And how do I keep them there? And for them to remain excited about this idea or this product. It's quite tricky because it's so easy to bring people together. I mean, how do you not keep them together? How do you make sure they are there for a very long time? That's where the work is. So I don't really believe in, I need to have a lot of people for my community to be big. I believe in community quality, which is, I just need like 1,000 true fans. I mean, it's written somewhere, I've forgotten who said it, but you just need 1,000 true fans. And then those true fans, those community members that you have, will tell their cousins, their ancestors, their mothers, their everyone. Like, instead of buying one copy of your book, they'll buy two because they want to share it with someone. And before you know, your community is growing. Just like IKEA. People are like, IKEA is like a cult. They make furniture and so many things. But I can tell you that in every household in America, there is an IKEA product. Like, you don't even know it. Even in my house, my family house, I found an IKEA product. I'm like, how did it? Right? That it spreads like that. So it's not about you have to have a lot of people. Yeah, it's good to have a lot of people. But once you have, like, if your idea is strong enough, if your idea has convicted people enough, You don't have to be shouting. They will do the shouting for you. So community is all about getting people excited about what you do. And in return, they get excited for you on your behalf.
Right.
And then they invite people around them because they're like, you need to try this. This is exciting. This is next level. And that's how your community grows.
Nice. I believe anyone listening will have gotten a clearer understanding about community management. I think, and whilst you were explaining community management, you also explained somewhat of like the strategy around how you go about it.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. So how has it been for you?
I use social media in community management because I use Instagram and the rest, but I do not like social media. When I'm about to post something on behalf of, let's say, the company I work with, I get anxiety. So it's a bit scary because you want to make sure your audience are receiving what you are putting out there correctly. There's no room for misinterpretation.
Yeah.
There's nothing ambiguous. You need to make sure your message is, this is what I want to put across. So it takes a lot of work in framing your message. And then the community is not really about everyone. It's about a certain type of people. So these are the people I want. So you have to do like a persona for the people that you want. So you have to do what they like, what they don't like, what they will be attracted to, what you think when they see, they'll be like, I've never thought of this. I like this. Something like that. So that when they see it, they'll be like, oh yeah, this person is speaking my language. So it's quite, let me not lie, it's quite tricky because you have to be thinking about so many things at once.
I get. But now that you said this, right, I think AI has made this job easier. Or what do you think? How do you leverage AI?
How do I leverage AI? Oh my God. I don't think I use AI as much as I should. Right?
Okay.
Sometimes I try and explain my audience to, let's say, ChatGPT and be like, can you frame this message in a way this person can receive it without like anything being ambiguous? But then when it comes to understanding people, you understand people. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong, but me, I shall know that.
It's your perspective about it.
Yes.
Okay.
We understand people more than AI because people change. People are unpredictable. People are people.
Yeah.
Like someone that is like Mariya today is different from Mariya tomorrow. So you have to understand that people change.
Especially when you're in Nigeria, you have a lot of mood swings.
Yes. And me, myself, I have a lot of mood swings. Like Nigeria alone. Like Nigeria of yesterday is different from Nigeria of today. So you have to put that into consideration. So you can't just, I don't really depend on AI to help me with personas and what people like, blah, blah, except it's Copilot. Although Copilot is kind of browses the internet. So it's like a little bit, it's current. On what's happening compared to ChatGPT, right? I mostly use it to structure what I'm saying. I use it for strategies and then to structure what I'm saying in a better way so people can be more receptive of it.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Interesting. So you're a mother.
Yes.
She's not just a wife.
Yeah.
She's a mother.
Yes.
Right. How do you manage this? Being a mother. Okay. So let's start from being a wife. Before you got to being a mother, right? How was the your creative transition, right? Working in the tech space and being a mother, being a wife.
Okay, so before I met Bilal, creative tech space care. And then I met him. We started dating, and then I decided that they had a hub, or they have a hub, We Media. And then I saw a lot of things that could have been better. And I told him that this can be better. He was like, interesting, I like your idea. Come and speak to Precious. That's his brother. We spoke. It was a great idea. Before you know, I was employed. We were there, started getting my feet into the creative space. Before, like to the extent that I shot a wedding. Like I held gimbal. We're not even married though. I shot a wedding.
You guys were in talking stage.
What love can do.
Okay, nice.
I didn't know what I was in, but I held a gimbal and I was shooting a wedding. So after that, we got married, still in Way Media, and then Grey Up opened.
Yeah.
We came to see the space once, and before you know, we fell in love.
Yeah.
Michael, Ralph. And I have to say this because you have to give credit to the people that helped you.
Yeah.
I must say, Ralph, like his impact in me being like a full-blown creative is huge. And
I have to see this.
You have to give people their flowers, right?
Yeah.
It's huge. So when I met him, I think during the when was it? The soft launch.
Yeah.
I went to Ralph and I was like, I think I spoke to you already. Then I went to Ralph and I was like, I want to record some of the things happening. He was like, oh yeah, fine. Before you know, I've done community manager.
Nice.
He had Grey Up and started learning different things. And you pick up different skills once you're with other people that have different skills. Because, I mean, people change and you learn.
Yeah.
So that's how I became a creative and then got pregnant.
Creatively.
Creatively. Oh my God. Creatively got pregnant.
I didn't say anything.
And then that was when everything was just, oh my God, you're tired. Your husband, maybe, okay, I didn't say this at first, but then being married and creative and you work with your husband is difficult. So you guys have to find a way to talk to each other. Bilal can talk to me somehow and start crying. Why are you talking to me like this? You don't even know what I'm going through. But with time, you learn. Plus, we're still learning each other now. And then now we started working together.
In the same space.
That's just too much. Because you have to learn. Started learning, and before you know, I'm doing different things. I mean, Michael's department. I used to do Ajayi work. I used to do a lot of Michael's work. I used to even do HR's work. Ajayi. It's just because I wanted to. But then it really helps because it opens your mind when you take on like different things. Although you were not asked, it's not as if there's no one to do it. There's someone, but then you just feel like, I think I can do this. Let me just help in that area. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't plan to discuss about this, but I think let's just explore that part, right? Seeing that we all work together, right?
Yes.
And at some point, this is talk about relationship now, right? At some point when we work together, there were points where everything was very bumpy, We're trying to always resolve conflicts.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how I saw this. This is what I was trying to say about this, right? But here we are today, talking,
right.
No issues, and we still carry on that relationship, right? Outside of work, right? I think some people fail to recognize that, right? So for some people, the moment they have issues with certain people in their workspace, that's the end.
You're right.
No talking. It's the end. If you go and continue whatever you want to do outside, they don't care about anything, right? So for you, what do you think was a major contributor to that?
I have a lot of emotions and I express them a lot. If I'm angry, you will know. If I'm angry at you, you will know. If I don't want to talk to you, if I'm hungry, you will know, right? But then I came to realize that it's really not about me. And sometimes the person is not being rude, he's just being direct. I mean, how do you expect him to say it for you to get it? If he doesn't, he's just being very, very direct. So I realized that, sometimes it's miscommunication, or it's the way I am perceiving it. Just do your... And sometimes it's actually my mistake, but because I don't like the way they spoke, I'm having issues with it. So I just feel I do a lot of soul searching, just thinking about it and be like, nah, maybe the person just spoke too straight. That's why I think it's a problem. So with that, it helped me to be like, okay, it's not personal.
Yeah.
It's just work. Let's just move on.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I think one of the questions I would want to ask whilst we round up is, there are some people that are currently married, and you have a kid, right? You've been able to navigate your way, and I think even through that season of being pregnant, you were doing a lot of stuff, right?
Yes.
Even after you put to bed, man, I think I might have to invite you for another time. And here's why here's why I said so, right? Because some people, some ladies who are probably put to bed, the moment they're put to bed, you know, sometimes some people don't even know how to manage that period of their life, right? How can you still stay relevant, grow, learn, and still commit to a life? Because you're now raising a child.
Yes.
And one thing I think I know about yourself and Bilal is you're very particular about the life you raise, right? And that's Kali, you know. So and to be that intentional, it simply means there's going to be a lot of commitment. So how do you maintain that commitment on a life, right, on your child, and still maintain commitment on yourself? Because you know when you're submitting your CV, you're not saying, "Oh,
I'm married.
I
have a child. So you have to consider
you
that.
You're not even saying that this is part of my portfolio, right? That portfolio is not recognized except if you have a personal conversation with the hiring team, and you know you dive into that part and this sees that quality, right? So I don't know. This might be for another, but you want to share something about that?
This is actually a lot. Let me know. It's heavy. But I was the most active pregnancy woman you ever meet. You know, my EDD, I was here. I went to antenatal.
Yeah.
And then I came back. And then Ralph was like, "Are you not supposed to be in the hospital?" Everybody was surprised.
Yeah.
But I was here.
Yes, yeah.
We have a plan. We want to homeschool our son.
Yeah.
And we don't want to work to hinder that.
Yeah.
Michael, it's a lot, but all I can say is we have a plan. Sometimes we go outside the plan, but we just remember that this is what we want. This is what we want for Talib. This is what we want in terms of work life. This is what we want in terms of marriage. And we just try and make it possible. Try and make everything easy. I wanted to quit work, let me not lie, but I just realized that, first of all, Nigeria is hard. I need the money.
Nobody can tell you.
Yes. Plus, I have this thing in my head. I want to be that woman that people see me as badass. Like, I am working, I'm young, I have my son, I'm married. So that keeps me going.
Right.
Yes, that keeps me going.
Interesting. So I'm definitely going to invite you again so that we can, talk more about that phase, right?
Yes.
Like dig deep down into that phase so that, other people who because it's easy to find excuses.
It is.
Like very, very easy. And the world will not pause for your excuse, right? The world will not just pause. No matter, even if you pick up 500 legit excuses, the world is going to move on, and it doesn't move us closer to our destination, right? So what are the so I know that it's very, very to be a community manager, you have to be creative with the way you send out your message. You have to be able to connect with people on a very high level. You have to also understand people, right? You need to understand the mind of people. So for you, how do you charge up your creative fluid? Let me put it that way.
Oh, this is so easy. Seth Godin. I'm sorry. I don't have a mentor, but then that man I think he's my mentor.
Okay.
Seth Godin. Yeah. That man is a gift to mankind.
Recommendation of
one. Seth Godin. Yeah. Just go and listen to him. He shared something that this woman was crying. She could not believe he was so... He talks about how you wake up every day and try and be generous. Like what you are doing right now is generosity. You are generous with information. You are generous with giving people the spark to inspire to be something better.
Yeah.
So that just gives me the juice and just charges me up and be like, I want to be better than my yesterday. Yeah. And I want to wake up and be generous to people around me.
Yeah. Okay, I did something yesterday and I felt very excited and happy. I don't know why I was doing this, but not like I had too much money, right? But I just went out. Somebody should hear this. I will receive query for this. But I just went out. The bike man that took me, right? He couldn't give me my complete change. I was like, you know what? Keep it. I saw the smile in his face, right? Okay, he didn't just stop there. when I got into Market Square, right? I
Let
got
me
into
hear.
Market Square. Then I got to this point where I wanted to buy something. Then these attendants were just smiling at me, right? Then I was just, looking. Then the lady was like, "What do you need, sir?" Right? And the moment she asked me what I needed, there are some places you walk and they'll just be looking at you,
Yeah.
right? I was like, I had this 1K in my pocket.
I knew it. It's not going to be less than 1K.
I was like, I wanted to give her. She was like, she can't collect it, right? Because they don't collect stuffs, right?
Yes.
So she was not like, why can't, I was like, you can't collect the 1K. Why? So then I now said, what if I do transfer? Will she collect? She was like, yes. I was like, okay, call your account number. The moment I was trying to call your account number, I just looked up. I saw the lady, there's a lady at the other end. She was like smiling at me. The guy beside her was smiling at me.
Interesting.
Then the last guy was smiling at me. I just said,
God.
you know what? I sent 4K. I was like, for all of you on the road. Because they were smiling at me.
I'm smiling at you.
And it was not because I felt so good, not because they were less privileged. No, they are not less privileged. I just felt like, being generous. And that's the opportunity to make someone smile or to be, to just stretch a hand of giving, right? So I think in order to just explain what you just said, right? The fact that you wake up and you understand that you are giving, right? You're being generous by being you yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're being generous is enough reason to gather a lot of momentum for the day and know that, okay, there's so many people that are going to be blessed by the actions that you take for that day. There's so many people that are going to progress with their life because of that single action. And that's why, okay, there was something you were saying before now, right? Before we got on set. And that's why I think you should start, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
you need to be generous with this.
That's true.
Right? So you want to talk about it?
Okay. Michael wants to keep me here. Okay, so basically I have something in the pipeline.
Yeah.
There's no date set yet, but it's called
Set the date.
I should set the date here.
Yeah.
Michael, you're not pushing me in that corner.
But like for real, set the date.
Sometime in April.
No, that's far.
That sounds like a movie. That's a movie actually, right?
I don't even know. I think
Sometimes in April. Not an old movie like that people died.
Set the date.
April.
When in April?
Second week of April.
When in second week of April?
I don't know which date is the second week.
Okay, second week of April.
Yes. So it's called Catalyst. Basically, it's a newsletter about Kaduna State, my perspective of Kaduna State. The idea is all about, we have a lot of news, a lot of stories that we are not sharing. So Catalyst is going to be a platform where we share that story. I share that story to people around us.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, should watch out for Catalyst in the next
1.6
6 weeks. In the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right, the next 6 weeks, we'll start seeing stuff about Catalyst. I know it's like Kaduna and Catalyst.
Yes.
Right. All right, good. It's been really beautiful talking to you. I can't wait for the next episode where we talk about this other stuff that we just shared, because it's a lot, right?
Actually.
So yeah, I promised my audience one thing, that for every person I bring to this podcast is always going to be interesting, right? And I think if there's anything I've really taken personally about what you've said, right, is generosity, right? It really resonates with, I think, my season, right? I woke up, most of us got into this year and we said, no grief for anybody, right? No grief for anybody. But some people have, that entire energy has died down at some point, and some people have, they've continued with the year, right? And, if there's anything I think I'm taking actions upon every time I wake up, and is that I know that if I don't take these actions, right, it could be detrimental for myself, I think, right? Nothing, the world will not change if I don't take it. But the world has the capacity to change if I take those decisions. And if I fail at it, right, it's beautiful. But at the end of the day, either I fail at it in a big way or I fail at it in a small way, I know that I've been generous.
Right.
Right. So I know that I've poured out myself to a level, right? I could do that. That could keep increasing over time, you know. So I think one thing, like I said, I've learned from this conversation is being generous. You know, anybody can pick up something else about, you know, community management, personas, and all of that, you know, and how that beyond using AI, you get to send generic or AI generated messages. If you don't understand your community, you can bombard them with nice images, nice.
You're not even speaking their language.
Exactly. So, you know, so yeah, it's been great talking to you, Mariya, Bilal.
It's been great being here.
Yes. So anywhere you guys see this video, my quick request is that you like, you share, you comment. What other things do they do? Follow, you subscribe, right? Which other one? You reshare your stories, right? And if you want to connect with Mariya, you can connect with her
I want to be serious with my LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn
okay.
or on Instagram.
Okay.
Or TikTok. Or everywhere.
All right. On TikTok, on Instagram. Your handle for Instagram is
Mariya Bilal.
Okay. For LinkedIn, Mariya Bilal.
Yes.
All right. TikTok.
I don't forget.
Don't worry, I'm going to put all of that in the description, right? But yeah, it's been great having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.